Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. I'm speaking a bit quieter than I normally do because it's quite late, but I really wanted to get this video filmed so that I could edit it in time to put it up the day you're seeing it, which hopefully is Sunday. I hope you're all doing really well. I recently asked on my community tab on here whether today would be too late to film a best and worst of the Birchbox products that I received in 2021 video, because obviously it's now January. However, everyone said it's not too late at all, so I'm filming it. I'm glad you don't think it's too late. I was a little bit worried, but it's cool. I have gone through every product that I got in Birchbox throughout the year of 2021. I write them all down and I've looked back at it and thought which products were the best, which ones were the worst. There's also just a couple of things I want to mention, I guess, about the year as a whole with all the products and all the months that we had, or 12 of them. I really like doing these videos and I think it's really good to like look back as well. I have been getting Birchbox since I think the beginning of 2017, so this has been like 5 years now, nearly, probably. Wow, that's a long time. And I like to analyse and just see whether I think it's still worth it. I remember in one of these videos, when I was talking about the products, I noticed that there was one year where we got like a ridiculous amount of eyeliners. That's when I was getting Birchbox and Look Incredible Deluxe. But I've got my notebook here and I've highlighted my best and my worst products. A lot of them I don't actually have to hand because I've used them all up. There are a couple of things I wanted to mention before I move on to what were my favourite products and what were my worst products throughout the year. But one thing I thought was really interesting actually, so you know we all have different beauty profiles, so what I'm about to say might not be the same for all of you, but in January I received a Palmer's coconut oil conditioning shampoo, and I remember thinking it would be nice to have both of these products, like the shampoo and the conditioner, at the same time to try them both, but fair enough. Normally with Birchbox we get one or the other, and I think that's the same in actually a lot of beauty boxes. But then I got the conditioner like a few months later in May, and to me if you're going to give us the shampoo and the conditioner in the first half of the year, you may as well have put them in the same box, because I used that shampoo with another conditioner thinking we're never going to get the conditioner, and then we did get the matching conditioner, but we could have used them at the same time and they really would have had like a better effect on our hair. So that was a bit of a shame. I also wanted to mention that back in July we got one of those hair turbans from Birchbox, and in my review of the July products I said how, you know, it's quite small, and it really doesn't dry my hair very well. I will say I have still been using it and I found it really helpful. I still agree that it is tight on my head, probably either because I've got quite long hair or because I've got quite a big head, and I don't think it helps my hair dry any quicker either, but it helps keep my hair, when it's wet, I've got out the bath and I want to get on with other things. I don't like tying my hair up with a hairband because I don't like tying my hair up when it's wet, and putting that kind of restriction on it. Is anyone else like that? I feel like I got told when your hair's wet don't put it in a ponytail. I don't know. But it keeps it off of me, it keeps it off of like my neck and my shoulders all wet and stuff, and I don't like to blow dry my hair. It just keeps it out of the way, which I really like. So I have been wearing it for that, but I would really like to buy a different one. So even though I did say I didn't really like it that much, I have still been using it. Looking back as well over the year of 2021, we got in total 4 different bags and 1 tin. And I feel like normally in the years we don't get that many bags. My favourite one was this one here because I feel like it's nice and big. This is the one I got in July. It's nice and big, it fits lots in, and that's always handy. Not like the December one, but we won't talk about that one. I found the December one just too small, but hey. So yeah, it was nice to get some like different bags as well, and a tin, which is to me a lot nicer than just getting the drawer, because I don't use the drawers all the boxes really. Sometimes I use them as drawer dividers. I know that there are some people who use the drawers as all their makeup storage, and I don't. So I much prefer getting makeup bags and tins and stuff like that that I can use for other things as well. And I just wanted to mention, even though I haven't highlighted any Persil Reed products as the best or worst products that I've had, I'm looking back, I really don't think there's any Persil Reed products that I've actually enjoyed using, and we do get quite a bit of Persil Reed in Birchbox. And I don't know, please let me know down below if any of you feel the same about Persil Reed. Whenever I try their stuff, I'm just not wowed by it. And I think it's got to a point now where when I see Persil Reed, I'm like, oh, really? You know? But I did have that opinion about Balance Me, and then actually tried some good products by them, so who knows. But I do feel like we get quite a bit of Persil Reed, and I'm a little bit sick of it. But let's move on to my favourite things, the best things that I got in my Birchbox in 2021. Now obviously this is just my opinion, things based on whether I've used them a lot, what my skin is like and my lifestyle and stuff like that. But one thing that I really loved was something that I got in February, and I think that everyone got one as well, but it's their Birchbox Gouache. Oh, I've been loving it. I like to use this when I'm treating myself to like a face mask or like a bit of oil or something like that on my face, which I don't really use very much, to be fair. But I really like the feeling of this, more so than a roller, I've realised, because this is a little bit harder and gives like a little bit more smoothness and resistance. I don't know, but I particularly like this bit, and I like to just do it along here. I've got makeup on right now, but it feels so nice for me. I've been loving this, so this is definitely one of my favourite things from Birchbox in the year. But also in February there's another thing that I've put down as one of my favourites, which was, I'll put a picture up, but the Sensory Retreats Divine Eyes Mask. They are like space masks, and I believe they're cheaper, and when I took them out the packaging they looked and felt just like space masks, and I love space masks. I love having that feeling of heat on my eyes. It really helps me relax, especially when I've got a migraine or I'm struggling to sleep. I love it. I do wish the heat lasted a bit longer, but that was really nice because I'd only ever heard of space masks before. That was really nice to try something similar from another brand that I'd never heard of before, and actually I really like it. So that was a big bonus, a big good thing for me. Again, like something that was almost a bit of a surprise, one thing that I really loved and shocked me was in April I got a Green Frog Botanic shampoo bar. When I used it, overall my hair did feel a little bit drier, and I needed to put like more conditioner in and use like a little bit of oil and stuff like that on the ends. However, it was really nice to use a shampoo bar and actually enjoy it, and it was also really nice to use something from Green Frog Botanic that I actually liked. Before, I haven't liked their body wash. I found it didn't lather up very well, and to use their shampoo bar and really like it, I was really like excited by. I did say I would look into buying more of them from the Birchbox shop, which I haven't, but it was a good start. I did use shampoo bars before from Lush, but never really got on with them that well, and so never continued buying them, and would try them like maybe every now and again. This is years and years ago, and so it's nice to recently try a shampoo bar from a different brand that I thought I wouldn't like, that I actually did like, and I want to be using more shampoo bars. I am trying to be a little bit, you know, better for the world and the environment, and actually I want to start doing that. So even just looking back now has made me think I really need to buy another shampoo bar, instead of buying more plastic and bottles and stuff. So that actually was one of my favourite things, because I was shocked and actually enjoyed it, and I feel like it's the start of me trying more and more shampoo bars, finding one that I really love, trying that one in different scents and stuff, you know, and just being a bit better for the environment. So that was a win for me. Two more things that I've put down as the best products for the year. One is, they're both in the same month as well, they're both in October. So it's like from May to September I had nothing that I really loved. But in October, one of the things was a nails ink nail polish, which to be fair I have somewhere, I just have not got it with me right now. It's a dark blue one, and I have been using it all the time on my toes. As we all know, my nails are very short, I bite them, I cannot help it, but I also paint my toenails, and normally I alternate between like a dark red or a dark purple, and I had been using a dark blue one before. It didn't have glitter in, but it was like a bit shimmery, but then using this one that was darker than the one I was using before, and also just like solid colour, I've really liked, and it's all I've been wearing on my toes since I got it. Is that a weird thing to say? I don't know, because it's one of my best products because I've literally been using it the most. And yeah, I think for my skin tone, having a really dark blue nail polish actually looks really nice. I don't really like bright colours, maybe that'll change at some point, but yeah, the dark blue I am loving right now. And then also in October was the Sunday Riley Glycolic Acid Treatment. I remember even unboxing it, was really shocked that Sunday Riley had been in a Birchbox. I feel like that was a really big thing. To be honest, I feel like that could have waited until December and been like a really good treat, because I feel like Sunday Riley is a really big brand and I want to try so much more from them, but they're just a bit expensive, aren't they? And so that was really nice to have something new to try. That was really interesting as well, because it didn't feel like an acid at all. It wasn't like super liquidy like water, like the normal acids I use are. It was like thicker, like a serum, and it was so interesting, so new, so nice, and I really enjoyed using that, and can't really believe that I got that from a Birchbox. So they were my best things from Birchbox. I would love to know from you guys what your favourite things were if you get Birchbox throughout the year, but also what your worst things were, because I'm about to share my worst things and I wonder if they'll be the same. So one of my worst things, how many have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, and then I wrote Percy and Read. My first worst item from Birchbox was in April, and it was the Beauty Crop mascara. It was called Fabulous Flocking Lashes, pink tube with flamingos all over it. I just really didn't like that mascara. It was really wet and wasn't really clinging to my lashes very well, was making them just like thin and wet and watery, and I was using it but then putting 2 other mascaras on top of it to make it look nice. And when I did the review video of my April products, I said in that video, I don't know why I waste my time trying to use up mascaras that I don't really like very much. I would rather just use mascaras that I know I really like. And after filming that video, I did just throw it in the bin. I love trying new mascaras. I love using, you know, 2 at a time a lot as well, to make sure I've got length and volume and a lot of blackness on my lashes as well. And I love building my mascara up, and that just did none of that for me, so it just had to go. If you tried it, please let me know what you thought of it if you can remember. Another item that I just could not get along with was in May, and it was the there were cream eyeshadows from Kinda. I watched some reviews of people who got different colours to me. So the colour that I got is this one here, and trying to put it on my eyelid was impossible. The texture of it, it felt like, I wouldn't say Vaseline because it wasn't like thick and gloopy like that, but it was like the smoothness of that, like it was basically see-through. It was a cream shadow, really it felt like a gel that to me had no pigment on it whatsoever. Even when I primed, no pigment was coming up on my eye, and I found it such a waste. But I did see someone swatching and reviewing in another colour that actually looked quite nice. I think it was just the colour that I picked, which is a shame. But yeah, really couldn't get along with it. And there were a couple of people in the comments as well who said the same thing. They had the same colour as me and they couldn't get the pigment to come off on their eyes. So at least I know I'm not the only one. But I have tried other things from Kinda that I've liked. It's just that cream eyeshadow did not work for me. And then the last thing that I think is probably one of the worst products that I got in the box as well was in August. and it was by a brand called Mine, or Mine Tan, or Tan Mine, and it was their tan milk. You were meant to put it on your body, leave it for however many hours, and you've got like a little bit of a tan, like a gradual tan. Then you use it the next day and you can get like a little bit darker. And I had been using one from Tan Glow, I think, or Glow Tan, and I'd been really enjoying that one. It was like a hyaluronic, it was called the hyaluronic tan or something like that. And I would use that, rub it in really nicely. The next day I would have a little bit of a tan where like you couldn't really tell but you could tell, if that makes sense. This tan milk just did nothing. I even put it on one leg and left the other one bare and still could not tell a difference, and I thought, well, this isn't working for me, so I'd love to know if it worked for anyone else. But yeah, they are my best and my worst products that I received in Birchbox in 2021. Please let me know down below what your best and worst products were as well, if you can think and like look back at what you got, but also if you've tried any of the products I've mentioned today, I would love to know if you have the same opinion as me, because obviously boxes aren't going to suit everybody, and to be fair, I think that I didn't have that many products that I really didn't like. I had like 3 and then a brand, so I feel like that's not too bad. If it was a bit more and it was like, you know, I don't know, I would probably cancel my Birchbox if I had like 12 items, like one a month that I just thought were the worst products. So, you know, having 3 or 4 isn't that bad. But thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in a few days in my next one.